Hey there, welcome to my channel B&B Update Us 24. Will Finn tell Steffy that Luna is still alive in Lee's care? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that John Finn Finnegan might eventually learn that Luna Nozawa is still alive and in Lee Finnegan's care, but will he inform Steffy Forrester of this startling revelation? Lee broke the terrible news of Luna's death on the July 10th show. Although Luna survived her surgery, Lee pushed the narrative that Luna's recuperation took a deadly turn. Naturally, it's simple to understand what's happening here, particularly given we know Luna will still be airing in September. There's a reason why B&B has suddenly made Lee feel sorry for Luna, who, in Lee's opinion, doesn't deserve what she's gone through. Lee is making her sister the antagonist and giving Luna another shot at atonement because she has been holding Poppy Nozawa accountable for Luna's issues. Lee has obviously done the same thing with Luna as she once staged Finn's death. The only question now is how long Lee can conceal this information. This would be a fantastic chance to incite some intriguing drama in the relationship between Steffy and Finn. Finn dislikes keeping things from Steffy, but if he discovers something amazing about Luna, perhaps that will change. Maybe Finn will realize that Lee is concealing something as this plot develops. Lee may abandon plans more frequently and appear lonely, which could worry Finn. At some point, Finn may choose to follow Lee and take matters into his own hands. If Finn discovers Luna alive and hiding somewhere, he might be taken aback. It goes without saying that Lee will oversee Luna's recuperation and make an effort to provide her with the assistance she was never given by Poppy. By the time Finn discovers all of this, Luna may have changed completely because this is her opportunity to do so. In any case, if Finn discovers that Luna is still alive and evading incarceration with Lee's assistance, he will have to make a difficult choice. Instead of putting Luna back in jail, Lee might beg Finn to have some empathy and keep this under wraps. Steffy would be devastated by this shocking Luna news, and Finn will understand that. Is it possible that Finn chose to keep Steffy in the dark in part to maintain his marriage harmonious? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee's choice to stage Luna's death will result in some surprises, so we'll keep you informed of all the highs and lows. As Luna's death spreads, Bill pays Liam a visit. Spoilers for Monday, July the 14th, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful hint at some surprises and turns. Bill Spencer will likely keep pleading with fans to visit Liam Spencer in the hospital. Meanwhile, news of Luna Nozawa's passing keeps getting out. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Bill Spencer's hopelessness. After Liam was shot and had surgery, Bill has arrived at the hospital. Let's start with him. But Steffy Forrester Finnegan blamed Bill for the incident right away. Naturally, Bill was the one who secured Luna's pardon. Bill will keep crying over Liam and expressing his regret. I don't think Steffy would let Bill see Liam. But perhaps Hope Logan was the one who got in touch with Bill. After all, she informed Bill of Liam's current whereabouts as soon as he got there. Hope seemed to be anticipating Bill. Steffy does not set the rules for the hospital, even though she would like to ban Bill. Bill is probably still on Liam's emergency contact list at the hospital. Alternatively, Hope Logan, Liam's previous spouse, might be left in charge. Read this, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy can only recall half of what transpired. Finnegan Lee's horror. Let's now discuss Poppy Nozawa and Lee Finnegan. Poppy didn't shed a tear for her deceased daughter, which appalled Lee. Even if Luna framed her mother, that child is still hers. I can appreciate that people have complex feelings, but acting so coldly? As time goes on, Lee will come to see that Luna never stood a chance with a primary mom like Poppy. The fate of Liam Spencer. According to upcoming episode spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope and Steffy will still be sitting next to Liam's hospital bed. It's conceivable that Hope and Steffy may bond at times, perhaps even over Liam-related anecdotes. July 14, 2025, Monday. Grace Buckingham will also be present. She was the one who revealed Liam had a brain tumor, as fans are aware. John Finn Finnegan was also pressured by Grace to persuade Liam to undergo the treatment. Then, when Finn operated on Liam rather than Grace, Grace experienced problems. All of this sounds very suspicious, but I'm curious as to whether Grace is being coerced, threatened, or blackmailed into doing this. Is Ronna the twin of Luna? A new character causes a stir. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful hint at the impending arrival of a new character connected to Luna Nozawa. Dr. Lee Finnegan informed Penelope Poppy Nozawa during Thursday's episode that her daughter had not recovered from surgery. The B&B viewers, however, are unable to shake the suspicion that Lee was telling the truth. This is particularly noteworthy in light of the fact that Catherine Kelly Lang shared an image of the September show's script, which prominently featured Luna and Ronna. Luna is obviously still present on the broadcast, suggesting that she may not have passed away, as Lee said. How would Lee resolve Luna's legal issues if she survived? The twin sister theory of Luna. Fans of Bold and the Beautiful often speculate that Luna had a twin sister. In the soap opera industry, the twin plotline is a favorite. Writers typically use the chance presented by one twin getting into trouble to introduce a lookalike as an innocent character. Another option is that Luna is not a twin. Lee may have made up the scenario to give Luna a new beginning without being held legally responsible for her crazed shooting rampage. Lee will almost certainly abduct Luna's body and stage her death. She'll probably keep her in a hidden place while she tends to her medical needs. Since Luna is still depicted on the canvas, we can presume that Ronna is either a secret twin or Luna in disguise. Ronna causes upheavals. Ronna causes a stir when she arrives in Los Angeles, looking exactly like Luna. It is astounding to Sheila Carter how much she resembles her grandchild. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Is Ronna Luna's twin? A new character causes a stir. Steffy Forrester will lose it if she notices the Luna resemblance. She will worry that Luna will single her out once more. Knowing that Luna passed away in the hospital could make Steffy feel like she's going crazy. The last person to think this is possible will probably be Finn. His mother lying about Luna's death is unthinkable to him. It will take him longer to come to terms with the fact that his mother lied to everyone about his daughter's murder and assisted Luna in avoiding the legal repercussions of her conduct. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, everyone will be shocked when Ronna shows up because of how much she resembles the villain Luna. It's still unclear if Lee can resolve Luna or Ronna's serious mental health problems. The absence of Bill Spencer defies logic. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, this one is really confusing. This is due to the fact that Bill Spencer's absence from all of the action seems incredibly illogical. Bill Spencer's absence is incomprehensible. Luna, a lady he assisted in getting out of jail despite the fact that she killed 2 people last summer, recently shot his kid, who currently has brain cancer. The question that everyone has is, however, how Bill will defend himself after letting a murderer go free knowing that she might put his ex, her son, and grandkids in danger. We don't know, and the show will have a difficult time explaining. All of this is also taking place during Liam's cancer narrative. On social media, B&B fans undoubtedly had a lot to say about the issue. Some even made the observation, Luna was a simple and dull character when she came to town. There was nothing intriguing about her personality. They chose to take a different approach by making the character a psychopathic killer and placed her in a straightforward love triangle including Zende and RJ. What will happen to Luna next? With the Mint subplot and everything, there were a lot of plot gaps, and she was beginning to resemble a cartoon villain. However, other fans, including myself, choose to overlook the problems and simply enjoy the ride that went south so quickly that we didn't anticipate it because Lisa Yamada's performance was so amazing. I kind of wish they had her just going around being slightly evil on the show and menacing people but not murdering anyone, remarked another admirer of the program. Although I think she's a great character, the show makes it difficult to see someone who has killed multiple people go free. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Bill Spencer's absence is incomprehensible. Even more so when they create the excuse that she is free as one of the few individuals who would typically be the one yelling at others for the foolishness and danger of that notion. Luna's false death could lead to a villain legacy or redemption. After Liam shoots Luna Nozawa of B&B, she looks dead, but fans are wondering if Lee saved her niece given her history of fabricating Finn's death. Would Luna come back as the new Sheila or for atonement? Bombshell B&B. Is Luna exactly death? Fans are generating wild theories about Lee's fake death history. Is Luna still there? Soap enthusiasts, grab your remote controls because we have to discuss the recent events on The Bold and the Beautiful. I'm sitting here with my jaw on the floor because something about this whole situation feels so familiar, even though Luna Nozawa took her last breath yesterday, or did she? Call me crazy, but I began to have concerns after Lee Finnegan failed to save her niece from the gunshot wound. Why? Since we have already seen this same playbook. Let's take a quick look back. Do you recall when Sheila Carter shot Finn 3 years ago? Everyone was in sorrow, the case was closed, and he was pronounced dead, but Lee had other ideas. That woman really set up a mock intensive care unit in a hotel room, snuck her kid out of the hospital, and spent months nursing him back to health in secret. Please pardon me if I don't purchase what she is offering this time. The unaccounted for death. Things start to get very interesting at this point. Poppy's answer when Lee informed her that her daughter had passed away was, to put it mildly, not what you would expect from a grieving mother. She expressed her gratitude that Luna was no longer alive. Glad. That one stands out among the icy responses I've witnessed on this show. And what do you know? It's precisely that kind of perverse reaction that would force Lee to perform another one of her amazing rescues. Consider it. When Liam shoots Luna, why aren't Lee and Bridget able to save her? The same Lee who used simple medical tools to work wonders in a motel room? I'm not alone in sneering at this whole situation. Something doesn't add up here. Is history repeating itself? Look, I've been watching soap operas long enough to understand that death isn't a permanent state, it's more of a hint. However, this specific death possesses every characteristic of a traditional Lee Finnegan fake-out. She has previously demonstrated that she will stop at nothing to keep family members safe. She was shielding Finn from his psychobiomom with Sheila. Now that Poppy is actually commemorating her daughter's passing, Lee's protective tendencies would undoubtedly be triggered by a poisonous mother like that. Furthermore, according to soap opera family trees, Luna is both Lee's biological niece and her adopted grandchild. Lee was unable to avoid that double dosage of familial ties. The woman also has a history. Trust people when they show you who they are. Lee has also demonstrated to us that, when it serves her interests, she is the queen of pretending to be dead. Alright. So let's assume I'm correct. When Luna arrives, what will happen if she is recuperating someplace under Lee's careful supervision? Because everyone eventually returns in soap opera land. There are 2 possible directions here, and to be honest, I'm not sure which would be more explosive. The first path is redemption. Perhaps Luna receives a serious wake-up call from this near-death encounter, or fake death, whatever. She comes to the realization that despite all the horrible things she'd done, someone genuinely cared enough about her to save her. When Luna returned, we could tell that she had changed and was attempting to make amends and ask for forgiveness. Even though it has been done before, a redemption story has a certain allure, particularly for a young character like Luna. Path number 2. Luna embraces her dark side and becomes the next Sheila Carter. This is where things might get really spicy. Consider it. Can you imagine Luna returning with a vengeance, going after Steffy, Bill, and wreaking havoc for the next generation? She already has the genes. Sheila is her grandmother. She has demonstrated that she can manipulate people to the fullest, and now she would have a serious axe to grind with everyone who let her die. Luna would be a great fit for the show's requirement for a young antagonist. All of the clues are present. What has convinced me that anything is amiss? The moment. The arrangement. Everything about it seems planned. When Luna flatlines, does Lee simply happen to be there? Poppy just happens to react in the most callous way imaginable? And we're meant to think that Lee, who actually revived Finn from the grave, has suddenly lost her talent? Please. I'll bet you anything that Luna is currently recovering somewhere. Well, maybe not my collection of vintage B&B mugs, but nearly anything. Perhaps Lee has her hidden in a different hotel room, complete with bogus identification and medical equipment. Perhaps she sent her to an institution using a false identity. Having a physician who has a track record of resurrection opens up countless possibilities. If I'm correct, and let's face it, when am I not? This fictitious death has the power to alter everything. Finn would have to face the reality that his mother had deceived him once more. With Luna still out there, Steffy would go crazy. Bill may potentially be held accountable for his first assistance to Luna. And let's not even discuss what would happen to Poppy as a result. However, given her response, she truly deserves whatever karma is in store for her. How long will Lee keep this a secret? That is the true question. Because this is a ticking time bomb, and secrets in soap operas have a shelf life. Is Luna going to make contact? Is Lee going to break under pressure? Will a disguised Luna be spotted at a farmer's market? There is no doubt that Luna Nozawa's reappearance will be explosive if she is still alive. The consequences will be severe regardless of whether she returns looking for atonement or retribution. And truthfully, I'm available for everything. The Bold and the Beautiful may have just pulled off their biggest fake-out to date. This is the kind of surprise that makes soap operas legendary. Fans of the soap opera, take note, Luna Nozawa is far from gone. Even the homicidal family members are not allowed to perish under Lee Finnegan's care. In particular, when their own moms desire their death. So, keep a lookout because this secret will rock Los Angeles to its foundation when it is revealed. The destinies of not one, not two, but 3 shooting victims, all purportedly tied to Luna, are hinted at in a rumored script draft that has appeared online, leaving fans of Bold and the Beautiful in disbelief. The shocking, unsettling, and potentially revolutionary disclosures cast doubt on identity, treachery, and whether Luna is the real victim or the bad guy. Several insiders have suggested that the script pages are authentic, and if they are, they represent one of the show's most daring and sinister turns in recent years, though CBS has not yet confirmed the leak's veracity. The pages that were released indicate that Luna's background would be revealed in subsequent episodes, one that involves violence, deceit, and potentially even murder. In the middle of the mayhem, 3 characters battling for their lives following a violent altercation that nobody anticipated, a hospital scene, and a lost weapon. Let's dissect it. With the hospital's trauma wing under lockdown, sirens blaring, doctors yelling, and nurses rushing, the leaked script opens dramatically. 3 unnamed patients, all with gunshot wounds, are carried into the emergency room. The mayhem is primal, visceral, and instantaneous. The second act tidbit that drives fans into overdrive, however, is that one of the victims is a Spencer, another is a Forrester, and the third, brace yourself, may be a Logan family member. That in itself is enough to rock the B&B universe as a whole. Although no names are mentioned in the leak, social media investigators are already making connections. Based on context indications, Liam, Finn, and Hope are the most likely suspects. In one scene, a character is said to have blonde hair matted in blood, while in another, someone is heard whispering, "Why, Luna?" prior to flatlining. The ramifications are profound. Why would Luna be there if 3 legacy families were involved in a shooting? More significantly, was she the shooter or a witness? Perhaps more startling is the suggestion in the leaked script that Luna might have been singled out, or perhaps coerced, into taking the shot herself. Fans are already speculating. Was Luna drugged? One leaked page depicts a flashback in which Luna is standing over a figure with a weapon quivering in her hand, her eyes wide with dread, as an unidentified individual whispers, "They made you do this. Are you hypnotized? Are you defending someone?" Is this connected to her ambiguous lineage and the persistent rumors that she is not only Poppy's daughter but also the daughter of a potentially more sinister family? Fans have been conjecturing for weeks that Luna has a twin, who might be called Ronna, and the leaked script feeds that speculation. Another excerpt depicts Lee and Poppy fighting over a secret truth about a second child while Bill Spencer demands DNA testing. Could this shooting be the product of a long-term scam in which Luna has been set up by a lookalike or, worse, coerced by a member of her own family? Near the end of the stolen screenplay, however, is the real heart-stopper, a tense monologue from Grace Buckingham, who is rumored to have been in the hospital after the shooting. Fans are exploding with speculations based on her claimed statement. They thought they buried the truth with her mother, but the bullets just brought it back to life. Is there a connection between this and previous Buckingham family secrets? Does Reese's criminal history have anything to do with this? Or is Grace herself concealing something from Luna or maybe Poppy? What about the firearm? Steffy discovers a firearm concealed in a flower vase at the Forrester estate, according to one leaked page. For what reason was it present? Who placed it there? Furthermore, how did Luna obtain it? The plot is already veering into high-stakes territory, and each new clue heightens the confusion, suspicion, and urgency. This is when things become even more gloomy. One of the gunshot victims might not make it out alive, according to a twist in the leaked screenplay. One character's cardiac monitor flatlines in the last scene, and a doctor is reported as saying, "Time of death," before the screen cuts to black, even though the identities are still blacked out in the document. Fans are in a state of tidal panic as a result. After weeks of odd behavior and unverified rumors of a tumor diagnosis, could Liam be the one to pass away? Could it be Finn, who is gradually losing his emotional equilibrium after becoming entangled in a love triangle? Or is it Hope, who has been oddly missing and could be the victim of a conflict she didn't anticipate? We are facing the most dramatic repercussions in recent B&B history if this leak is genuine, as all indications point to. Every family on the canvas would be rocked by the death of a key figure, upending relationships and starting feuds that may rage for years. It's also noteworthy that the leaked script seems to corroborate the reappearance of a character who has been missing for a long time. Fans are certain that this is Sheila Carter, returning at the worst possible time to take advantage of the commotion, as the brief stage direction states, "A shadow steps into the ER hallway, it's her." Her return during a multi-victim shooting may indicate that Sheila is still playing games, as she has always had an odd and compulsive bond with Finn and Luna. Could this whole incident have been planned by her? Could she have been the one to coerce Luna into shooting? Or did she assume a different identity and use Luna's supposed twin to cause trouble while keeping Luna in the dark? Ultimately, the fanbase's response demonstrates that The Bold and the Beautiful is experiencing a storytelling renaissance, regardless of whether the leaked script is entirely true or a complex deception. More than ever, viewers are paying close attention, looking for hints in every line, drip, and facial expression. It's crazy enough that Luna, the show's calm, charming genius, might be connected to a triple shooting, but the prospect that she did it under duress or to protect a loved one creates a lot of depth and complexity. The ideal storm is created when you combine the unanswered mysteries around her paternity, her relationship to Bill Spencer, and her role in the Forrester versus Logan versus Spencer conflict. If these spoilers are accurate, we're going to see a run of episodes that have the potential to completely alter the course of the series and our perception of Luna Nozawa. There were 3 victims, 1 firearm, a script that was leaked, and a maelstrom of secrets that are only now starting to come to light. Fans of B&B, get ready for what may be the most daring chapter yet.